In this screencast, we're going to explore how to do matrices on the TI-84 and the TI-83. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to matrix, which is second, and then this x to the negative 1, and we're going to enter our matrices. Okay, names, that's how we'll refer to it. We'll use that later. First, we need to go over to edit. So scroll over to edit, and we're going to pick which one we want to put it in. We might as well put this first one in A. Okay, so I'm going to click on A and hit enter. Okay, now this is stuff left over from a previous something I did. This first matrix is a 2 by 3, so I enter the dimensions here, and it will automatically change the size of my matrix. It filled zeros into the empty row. I can just type over these. I can hit enter. It will go sideways. Oh, negative 1 was already there. You can also use the cursor keys to get around if you need to, and go ahead and enter your data. And there's our first matrix, which is the top one over here. Okay. Now, if we want to refer to this matrix anywhere, like let's get out of here, we can't just type in A, like alpha math. That A is storing some variable from somewhere. That's not the matrix A. To use matrix A, we would have to go to matrix again, and here's where we use names. So like if I want to do A times 3, that's going to give me a new matrix. Okay, and that is just all the values in A multiplied by 3. Let's put in this second matrix B. Okay, so we'll go back to matrix, okay, over to edit, and then down to number 2. Okay, this one is a 3-row, 1-column matrix, so we need to change that. And then we can go down and enter our data. And there we are, okay? And then you just need to quit, and your matrices are stored in there ready to use. Okay, if we want to multiply matrix A by matrix B, which we can do because it's a 3 by 2, or I'm sorry, a 2 by 3 times a 3 by 1, then we just go back to the matrices, we pick names. Under names, we pick 1, and then times. I don't even think you need the times sign. Back to matrix, and then down to matrix B, and there we go, and that gives us the product of our two matrices. Okay, that's the way you have to do it if you have a TI-83. If you have a TI-84, there is a shortcut. For example, if we wanted to multiply these, if I hit alpha zoom, that's where all my matrices are. The first one is a 2 by 3, so I go over here to 2 rows, down here 3 columns, then scroll down to OK. I need to use the arrow keys. And then it just shows the matrix ready for you to enter all of your numbers. So I'm entering the first matrix, and then I go down here, be careful. That 0 won't hurt anything. And then to get out of the matrix, I have to scroll out here. Okay, so there's one matrix. If I want to multiply it by the next one, I can just do times, and then alpha zoom again. This second one is a 3 by 1, so 3 rows, 1 column, and go down to OK here, and then enter all of this data. Oh, shoot. I hit enter accidentally instead of use the arrow keys. I'll pretend I didn't do that. Okay, remember you can cursor up. I can select this, hit enter. It's highlighted, but I need to hit enter to edit it. And then I can just go back inside here and get to where I need to be. Now that's the second matrix. Hit enter, and we're good to go. So that is our, that's the shortcut for matrices. Again, it's second zoom. If I wanted to store maybe the first matrix, I could enter it here. That was a 2 by 3. And again, I could enter it. 3, negative 1, 5. Oh. 2, 4. And then what I can do is I can go out here to the end. I can push store, and I need to store it in a matrix. So that's second matrix, and then pick any of these names. Maybe I'll store it in E just for fun. So I can go down here to E, to 5, and now that is in matrix E. If I ever want to do something to it, I can go back here and find it there. And there we are. Okay, so that's matrices on the 84 and on the 83. I'll soon do a new screencast on how to use these to solve systems of equations.